Amanda Manis, and welcome back to another episode of The Run. I have no idea what episode we're up to, so I'll have to go back and find that out. So I just wanted to jump on today because I've had a huge week, and today I was feeling a bit like, you know how your phone battery goes flat and you just charge it enough to get through the next hour or so because you've got stuff to do, and then you do that and then you pop it back on the charger and it's going flat again, and you're just constantly just keeping enough battery in your phone to for it to function. So I woke up feeling like that this morning, and I did have a bit scheduled for today, and then my day started to open up a bit. So, you know, I suppose fatigue is different to being tired. You wake up even after you've had a wonderful sleep, that you should have, you should feel refreshed, and you're already knackered before the day starts. It's like that terrible guilty feeling. So Alan's been home with me today. He's got a pupil free day from school, and he's come in and asked me to play, and I just like, do you want to go and watch the iPad or something instead, or go and watch some telly, or go for a bike ride? Because I'm spent. Mum's just going to sit here and have some downtime for a little minute. Um, and that feels horrible when you've got to say that. But there's no way in that moment that you feel like you can get up and do anything about it. That's the difference from fatigue to tiredness. I suppose it's there. You can't think straight. You can't do anything about it. And people with inflammatory conditions are more likely to feel that bang, hit by a truck, fatigue, can't do anything. So I did take the opportunity today, and I spent about an hour and a half watching Netflix in the middle of the day. And I feel so much better for it. It's still there. It's going to be there. But I suppose I've been talking to a few clients, and I've heard the same thing recently, as though, and they feel like they're the only ones going through this. That, you know, why is it so easy for everyone else? And it is feeling like a struggle for themselves. And I suppose we don't see when, like, people put their games faces on and get out there and just do it. So unless you really know someone and unless they're willing to open up, you can have people in your very close circle of friends that may not even be admitting how fatigued they're feeling. So if this is you, or if this may be someone you know, I suppose I wanted to let you know that you don't have to throw everything away, and it's not the end of the world when this happens. So knowing that it's coming can kind of help you deal with it. So I knew it was coming. I scheduled way too much this week and didn't work out as much as I wanted, and was doing telehealth a lot. So when I'm on Zoom talking to people, I don't drink as much because I feel like they're looking at me on camera, having drinks of water. So I know that I don't drink enough when I've got a great big telehealth day scheduled. So yesterday I kind of felt, that this was coming, and I went for a bit of a massage, which might be a reason why I feel, kind of getting it all out today. But the one thing that helps me during this time, um, the one thing that helps me when I get to this point is deciding on what the one thing is that I'm going to do, to stay on track and just do that little thing. So today I printed myself out a little, like a tick box tracker that I can just tick some things off that I want to do. I find that ticking things off really helps me. It might be just drinking enough water. If nothing else, just drinking enough water. Or if you're trying to keep your activity up, then just do a couple of minutes. Like, it doesn't have to be everything, but just doing something. Momentum, movement um, creates momentum. So if we just do something, we're more likely to continue it and keep doing it. Um, I've got a client at the moment who I get, I suppose myself. Okay, I won't talk about my client, I'll talk about myself. So I can remember a few years ago, I was actually pregnant with Alan, so it was about 6 years ago, and I was at a coaching training, and we were talking about activity, and we were having coaching sessions with each other. And I was saying at the time, I don't feel like, I must have just had Ellen. I just don't feel like I was doing enough activity. We went through, and I was actually doing Pilates a few days a week, and I was doing something else, and because I wasn't huff and puff, I was telling myself that I wasn't doing anything. So sometimes we can kind of have these expectations of ourselves that are really, really huge. We don't need to be huffing and puffing. Like, it's great to huff and puff. A couple of hours of cardio a week's, you know, awesome. But even a few minutes of a walk is doing something. It mightn't feel like it's doing something, but it's definitely doing something at a cellular level, and at like 4 minutes, and it can change our mood. So it doesn't have to be everything. So focusing on that minimum rather than kind of the best case scenario. We don't always have to measure ourselves the best case scenario. Just something is good enough. So just decide what that one thing is that you want to do something of, and do that. Um, that's it for today, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Um, if you are struggling with inflammatory conditions, if you're struggling with fatigue, I'd love to chat. I'd love to yeah, see if I can support you through that. So I'll pop a link at the bottom if you'd like to reach out and have a chat and see if we're a good fit to work together. But otherwise, have a great weekend. See ya.